Today we're going to tie a really simple fly. This is going to be a LivelyLegz zebra nymph. Not a zebra midge, but a zebra nymph. The hook that I have in the vise, I have the LivelyLegz lip splitter number 473, size 14. 1 extra strong, 2 extra long. And the bead that I have on there is a black LivelyLegz tungsten bead, 3.0 millimeter. And we're going to use black thread, and we're going to use a black LivelyLegz. And this leg is, like I said, black, but it is for a 12-14. First thing we're going to do, we're going to use some black thread, 8/0. We're going to put a base of thread down. Now you could put the legs on first, or you could just bring this back to the tail. You could probably put the tail on first because the body is going to be nothing but thread. So you could bring your thread back all the way to your tail position, and you want that just inside the point of the hook. You don't want to go too far back because you'll start pushing it. Our tail is going to be black hackle fibers, and I have a black hackle here. I'm just going to, these are small too, but doesn't matter. I want some stiff hackle fibers for the tail. You can also use a little bit of black rabbit hair. And we're going to tie these in. The tail should be about half the size, or no more than the length of the hook shank. More like half the size of the hook shank. You see how loose they are there? That's because I changed hands. I'm going to give it a couple of loose loops to get that in control there. There we go. We got a nice little tail. Take that one off. You don't even have to cut that if they're short. Now we're going to put the rib in, and our rib is stainless steel wire. This is an extra fine wire on this, but it is a silver stainless steel wire. And we're going to go ahead and tie that in. And now we're actually making the body at the same time right here. And we're going to bring our thread back up to the bead. Try to keep nice touching turns. Try to keep that even. It'll help you a little bit later. In the front, not necessarily as much. Now I'm going to take my LivelyLegz, and as always, I like to trim the front. The ones that are closest to the right angle are the front legs. I like to trim the front just inside the leg. And if it ends up a little bit too far back on you, you could trim it a little bit closer. I'm going to go ahead and nip just a little bit more off there. Be careful you don't get it too far. Now there's just a little bit there that I could nip. And if you get it too far, just go ahead and wrap the middle first. I'm going to leave a little bit of space there. There we go. And the legs kind of want to roll on you. But now them front legs aren't secured all the way. I'm going to go ahead and give it a figure 8. Just kind of carefully wrap that figure 8 so you don't pull the leg. And now I'm going to bring that thread back behind the second pair of legs. I'm going to trim that off because 3 legs are a little bit too many for this hook. They're good. You could leave the 3 legs if you're tying stone flies. And we could maneuver those a little bit. Gonna go ahead and give that a little bit of a figure eight. And you'll see that just by using the thread you can actually move those legs around. I'm gonna put a little bit of a taper on the tail end here on my abdomen. Build that up just a bit. And I'm going to bring my thread to the between the legs. Now I'm going to take my rib and I'm going to counter wrap that. And we begin to see our zebra. And you want to space them nicely. I like to end up on top with my wire. And it's just easier to remove when it's on the top. 3-4 wraps. You could hold it back, give it a couple more wraps. And you should be able to break that off. Depending on how thick the wire is, sometimes you may have to helicopter it. There we go. And now for our wing case, I'm going to use a white Goose Biot. Just fold them and you'll get one. Oop, got a big pigtail on that one. And we're going to cut that pigtail off. We're going to tie this in for the wing case. Just tie it right on top. And secure that. You could go ahead and give it a little bit of a figure eight, 1 or 2 wraps. But everything is black, so it's very forgiving at this point. Now I'm going to turn that upside down so I can dub. And I just made myself some more black rabbit crystal dub. So I got to get that out of the hole. There we go. Nice. My crystal dub is made with black rabbit. I have a black rabbit skin, and I also use GSS olive in it. You can use whatever color flash you want in there. You can use your angel hair, whatever color you want. But cut off to fill, that's probably enough, to fill this compartment. I only took off about a 1-inch piece. Actually, it was like a leg section from the skin. It was about a 1 inch, 1.5 inches long and about 1 inch wide. And I took all the hair off that and put it inside the coffee grinder. And then I added the GSS to my liking. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thorax. This actually looks like it's a little bit too much of the GSS, or the dubbing here. I'm going to take a little bit off. Get this noodle nice and tight now. And when you're wrapping, of course, be careful of the legs. You can wrap them in easily. Now we're going to fold over our wing case, Goose Biot. I'm going to hold that right on top. I only use about 3 wraps, put about 3 wraps in front of it. Pull that down tight. Go ahead and remove this. Now, depending on how it looks, that looks pretty good. You can take a speck of your black rabbit crystal dub once again and make a real thin noodle. And you can finish the head with that. I'm going to take my whip finish. Yeah, some more 3 to 6 turns on the whip finish. Tug that up. Take the poke and snip. Going to take some head cement. Sally Hansen's is what I use. Just put that right on that fur and that'll soak right in there. And here we have a nice LivelyLegz zebra nymph. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors. Let them know that I sent you. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. If you'd like to purchase this or any flies that I make, go to etsy.com/shop/theflymanjim. And if you don't see it on the site there, just tell me what you're looking for and in a message, and we'll figure things out. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.